What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of MUT Tips. I'm your host, Sean Taylor from the Made Up Theater, and let's jump into today's topic, finding choices through movement. Have you ever felt stuck in an improv scene? Just you're overcome with self-doubt and judgment. You're afraid of what you're about to say or do is going to be wrong, and thus it leads you to be totally inactive. And it happens. It happens to me, even recently. And there are ways to get out of it. Oftentimes I've found when you are mentally stuck, you are physically stuck as well. You're kind of like the Tin Man.
He said oil can.
Oil can what?
I've been in a scene before where it was based around a job interview, and me and my partner were sitting down and doing the scene, but I was just like stuck in my head. I didn't know which direction to go because I was being interviewed, and I was like, should I be qualified for this job or overly unqualified and kind of play adult? And I was kind of stuck for what to do or say, and it was really hard. And at that point, I thought, I need to just move. I'm sitting down, I'm very physically inactive. So I remember I just kind of reached out and discovered, this is an interview, so there was a desk there, and I grabbed a cup and I felt it with both hands and held it close to me, and I felt like the sensation of warmth. So I made the choice of like, this is like hot cocoa. And I smelled it, and then I started drinking it. And then I just kind of like stopped thinking about like the aspect of what this job interview entails and which direction I should go in. And I focused on just finding a feeling through making a physical discovery in the scene. Improv can be magical because it is an unscripted art form. And at the end of your scene, you have a script. It's a first draft. It may not be fully developed because it is so spontaneous, but you do have a script. And a lot of the times we think about scripts as the dialogue. That's what defines a script. But no, there's stage directions, there's actions, there's behavior. That is what's going to truly show a strong scene, a strong relationship. It's something that's gonna resonate with the audience too. Your actions, your staging, your movement, that's gonna be imprinted in the audience's brain and create a memory. So if you ever find yourself stuck in a scene, see if you can get yourself even a little bit unstuck through a discovery from movement. So for example, maybe you're sitting down and you're like, oh man, you're getting in your head and stuff for what to say or do next. Maybe you just make a little discovery about something on you. It could be a body part, like your nose. Like maybe you just scratch your nose a little bit. Hey, I'm unstuck now because I'm physically starting to tap in to my body. And then you can think of like, well, I did this. What does it mean? Does it show that I'm nervous? Or does it show like I'm distracted? Or does it show that maybe I have glasses that, the rim is broken, so it's causing my nose to itch, and it's leading me to feel frustrated in this important moment? That's important, right? It's a simple choice that is tapping you into your feeling. Or your fingers even. Maybe like you start to like drum your fingers on your thigh because you're trying to, get rid of your anxiety. Or maybe you're thinking about a song that you listened to on the way to this interview. And then, I don't know, just like starting to drum to that rhythm, and then you start to sing that song in the scene. That could be a funny discovery that stemmed from just a simple movement choice. Let's do an exercise right now. Go ahead and stand up. And what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna give you like a bit of a stage direction. Just a very simple thing that's not meant to give you information outside of just a simple movement choice. And then based on my stage direction, I'm gonna have you say something, and the line is gonna be, this is a blank. And you're gonna name the blank based on the stage direction that I give you and the discovery that stems from that stage direction. For example, imagine you're wearing a satchel or a bag. That's the only information I'm gonna give you. I would like you to open it right now. Go ahead and open it however it opens to you, and I want you to reach into the satchel. And you have something right now. Even if you don't know what it is, you have something in your hand. You're gonna pull it out and hold it in your hand, and I want you to say what it is on the count of three. Just say, this is a blank, and fill in that blank. So 1, 2, 3, just like that, okay? Naming something. I don't know what you named. I don't know how you named it, but you made the choice to reach into your satchel and grab something. And then you decided once you pulled it out what it was. It could have been based on a want, like it was money because you had to pay for something. It could have just based on just something inside that can help define your character. Maybe it was a hacky sack because, you enjoy play and it's break time. You don't have to even think that deep into it. The point is you made a choice that stemmed from just a simple movement. And I'm gonna practice a little bit further with you right now, so let's begin. I'm gonna go to a black screen in a second and give you some stage directions. So just listen to me and go with the flow, and don't worry about being right or wrong, because I'm not gonna give you anything about the who, the what, or where. I'm gonna give you simple movement choices that could apply to anywhere, with anybody, with any activity. And I want you to just choose to name something and fill in the blank of this is a blank. And at that point, you've made a discovery, and that could be a discovery that helps define the who, the what, or the where, or just start to inject some sense of clarity into your scene. Let's begin. All right, imagine there's a table in front of you. Try not to make it a real table. Make it in just an empty space right now. Maybe even just feel the table, just feel along the surface. And on the table, there's a glass. In the glass, there's a liquid. So maybe it's a drink, maybe it's something else. What I want you to do is pick up the glass and hold it to your lips and start to drink it. In your head, since you're now tapping into the senses, that taste, that smell, I would like you, when you hear the ding, to name what it is by saying, this is blank. Excellent. Imagine we're somewhere new now. And what I want you to do is just bend over. Within the range of your ability, bend over, and on the ground, there's something. You've discovered something. I want you to physically grab it and stand upright, hold it up to your face, and when you hear the ding, say, this is a blank. Great. Imagine we're in a new scene now, and in front of you, there's a shelf. Walk up to the shelf. And at the top, you notice there's something up there. I want you to get on your tippy toes a little bit, reach really high, and grab the thing you just discovered. And go ahead and bring it down to your face. Look at it. And on the ding, say, this is a blank. Excellent. I want to do a few more though, because I want you to discover more about the choices you are making. So same thing, I'm going to give you a stage direction. Again, the stage directions, notice, again, they're not telling you who you are, where you are, or what you're doing. They can apply anywhere, with any activity, with any character. And what I'm going to do is, when you hear that ding, based on my stage directions, you're going to say, this is a blank, but immediately after that, you're going to say this line, and I need this because, and then define why you need it. So for example, when I said like reach up and grab something from the top shelf, when you heard that ding, for example, maybe I said, this is a cookbook and I need this because it's Thanksgiving and my family is about to get here. Just like that, I've defined something about this scene that's about to happen and the importance of this discovery that I just made. Let's jump back in. Let's imagine we're in a new scene. And in this space, you see a box. I want you to walk over to the box. Maybe bend down or lower yourself a little bit and open the box. As you're opening it, you see something. I want you to reach in and grab it. Hold it to your face. When you hear the ding, say, this is a blank, and then say, and I need this because. Excellent. We're in a new scene now, and you're wearing a shirt that has a shirt pocket. Look down at the shirt pocket, and I want you to reach into it and pull out something, and perfect. I have one more for you. Let's imagine it's a new scene, and in front of you, there's a bed, but under it, there's something. I want you to go ahead and kneel down and reach under the bed, like maybe you have to reach a little extra to get something way deep under your bed, and you grab it, and you pull it out and hold it up to your face, and awesome, how was that? And notice, this exercise, it's not about being funny or being clever or trying to come up with the best choice. I just gave you like a simple movement, and from that movement, you should be inspired by just something anything. It's not connected to a suggestion because I didn't give it to you. Sometimes that gets us stuck, is us being like, well, I gotta do something cool that fits in with this suggestion that the audience gave us, but the suggestion, it's just inspiration. The discoveries that you make in the scene, that's from your connections that you find in the scene with your scene partner. That's the important part. So if you ever feel stuck in a scene, boy howdy, just trust your instincts. Make a movement choice, reach out and touch something, stand up, feel something in the environment, discover something about your scene partner, which is based around movement from them. Movement will lead to action, which will lead to the scene. Trust your instincts and trust yourself. And that concludes this episode of MUT Tips, everybody. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really appreciate it. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time for a brand new episode of MUT Tips. Bye.